Boriska Kiprianovich, 22 years old, is a phenomenon that has amazed experts with 4 prophecies about the universe that he announced since childhood. He claimed that in a previous life, he was a Martian and flew to ancient Egypt as a pilot. Boriska Kiprianovich said that Martians had a close connection with ancient Egyptians on Earth. He said that life on Earth would change when the Sphinx at Giza is unlocked, and the unlocking mechanism is located behind the ear. He stated that human life would change when the Sphinx is opened, with the unlocking mechanism located somewhere behind the statue's ear. I don't remember exactly anymore. According to sources from Russian mass media in 2004, a mysterious boy under 10 years old claimed to come from Mars. The boy had 2 completely different characteristics compared to children of the same age. First, he had unusually rich knowledge in all fields. Second, he was proficient in specialized terminology and could grasp materials related to the universe in detail and accurately, even understanding the history of Mars and Earth. The boy's perspective on Earth, humanity, and the future truly amazed others. The Martian boy Boriska was born on January 11, 1996, in a hospital in the rural area of Chernyansk, north of Volgograd, Russia. His parents are kind, simple, and honest people. His mother's name is Nadezhda, a dermatologist at a public hospital, and his father is a military officer. Nadezhda recalled that since Boriska was born, many strange things had happened around him. Daddy. By 1.5 years old, the boy could read headlines in newspapers. And even more unbelievable was that the boy could hold a pen and write Chinese characters. One day, Nadezhda brought the 2 characters the boy wrote to ask a university professor and learned they were Chinese characters. China. Nadezhda shared that she and her husband had never studied Chinese and no one had taught the boy. After age 2, the boy had an extraordinary memory and ability to absorb new knowledge that others found hard to believe. His mother recalled sometimes seeing the boy sitting cross-legged and eloquently talking about the world, all things beyond their imagination. Boriska loved talking about Mars, the planetary system, and distant civilizations. At that time, we truly couldn't believe the extraordinary talents we were hearing about. From age 2, every day was an amazement as the boy always discussed the universe and endless stories from other worlds. From then on, Boriska continuously told his parents that he had previously lived on Mars. That Mars once had inhabitants, but due to a catastrophic disaster, the atmosphere was almost gone. Martians could no longer live there and had to migrate to Earth. The Martian boy also shared that at that time he often piloted spacecraft to visit Earth. His purpose was to receive a mission and reincarnate into a family in Western China. However, he wasn't clear about what that specific mission was. In 2006, a local witness revealed. A few years earlier, on a quiet night when people were sitting around a campfire chatting, suddenly Boriska stood up and loudly attracted everyone's attention. This witness continued. We were curious about what the boy wanted to say. Only later did the boy say he wanted to share with everyone about life on Mars, about Martian people and his miraculous experiences flying from Earth. The unbelievable thing was that the boy described so vividly and realistically about the legend of the ancient Lemuria continent that mysteriously sank to the bottom of the Indian Ocean. According to the boy, when he came from Mars to Earth, he actually landed on shore from here and understood the life here like the back of his hand. Lemuria is a mysterious land that appears in legends from 800,000 years ago. Lemuria, also known as Mu, is a continent that existed in the Pacific Ocean contemporaneously with Atlantis. It seems to have been forgotten, though it was actually the spiritual counterpart to Atlantis. According to legends of indigenous people on many islands, the tropical paradise Mu was located somewhere in the Pacific, but sank along with its inhabitants thousands of years ago. Not to mention children, even university professors don't all know about these things. However, the boy was familiar with every small detail of that history and civilization. The residents of that ancient nation were described in such detail as if held in the palm of one's hand. Cases of children being able to recall their past lives are no longer rare. And the topic of reincarnation is no longer too novel even within the scientific community. Carl Sagan, an American astronomer and biologist, even acknowledged the fact that reincarnation deserves to be studied seriously. The issue is that sometimes children recall information about their past lives accurately, with no more reasonable explanation than reincarnation. There are some very specific examples. Many similar cases were discovered by psychiatrist Jim Tucker at the University of Virginia, who is considered a world leader in this field. In 2008, he published an article about cases believed to be related to reincarnation in a journal. A typical case of reincarnation described by Jim includes descriptions of the subject's experiences when living in a previous life. Interestingly, subjects who accurately describe their past lives are often children. The average age when these children begin to recall their past lives is about 35 months. Describing past life events and experiences often includes specific information, details remembered from that life. This information cannot be known accurately by anyone else except themselves who had experienced it. They were taken to their past life families, confirming addresses, occupations, and other details from their previous lives. Many people believe that reincarnation is real. But whether it is the only path or just one of many choices for the human soul after death. Some believe there are souls that can reincarnate into another person as we see above. Others might reincarnate on another planet, becoming extraterrestrials. Some even believe that reincarnation is just one choice of the soul. Other possibilities include choosing to go to other dimensions and experience life there, or choosing not to reincarnate and experience non-physical life. Could it be that a soul is forced to reincarnate until enlightenment and reaching a new level? Or perhaps the soul has an origin, originating from somewhere? There are many opportunities, too many possibilities that could happen, and reincarnation might be one of them. Therefore, what Boriska recounted is very likely memories from a previous incarnation on Mars. Boriska described much about the modern ships on Mars, various planetary species, their technology, and the wars that occurred in the past. The boy described ion-powered spacecraft and other ships with extremely powerful energy. Martians don't use oil or natural gas because their engines are too powerful, that they could deplete the resources there in an instant. When asked about UFOs, the boy said he often saw teardrop-shaped ones more than traditional saucers. An expert asked Boriska, why do human spacecraft often crash when approaching Mars? The answer was, Martians emit special signals to destroy objects containing radiation harmful to them. According to Boriska, there were many bloody wars that destroyed many things on the Red Planet, damaging the atmosphere in 6 cities. The boy talked about the technology that helped activate Jupiter to turn it into a second sun. Thus, people here would have enough energy sources to use. However, before this technology could be used, war broke out and everything became chaotic. Writer Nikolai Levashov wrote many good books about the universe and galaxies. In them, he mentioned galactic wars that once broke out on Mars lasting thousands of years. In that interview, there was a segment, "We are not afraid of death because we are immortal." There was a catastrophic accident on Mars, where I was born and raised. People like me are still alive there. The nuclear war occurred on Mars. Everything was burned, only a few people survived. They rebuilt the place of worship, create a new atmosphere. Everything has changed. Martians primarily breathe carbon dioxide. If they flew to Earth, they would certainly have to release this gas through chimneys. Bariska shared. So why do you, from Mars, not need carbon dioxide? I am in human form, so I have to breathe oxygen. But you know what? Oxygen makes humans age quickly. Bariska replied. Considering common scientific knowledge, indeed, breathing oxygen does cause humans to age, as the boy said. What about the nuclear war incident? According to Dr. Jones Brandenburg from the University of California, there is sufficient evidence showing that at least 2 major nuclear explosions occurred on the surface of Mars in the past. This conclusion is based on traces of radioactive elements and depressions on the Martian surface. In other words, he believes Mars once had a civilization capable of developing nuclear weapons. Bariska Kipriyanovich has continuously surprised the world. But the truth is he really someone from Mars or not? There is still no definitive answer. What do you think about what this boy has said? Please leave a comment below.